Did you just download another episode of my podcast? Thanks for checking me out. The side hustle of mine is keeping me busy and distracted from being kicked off of poo-poo TV shows. Model citizen? Yeah, whatever. Whatever indeed. Today we have Jess Adams back because the first podcast was so great and I loved having you. So many stories. She's a scream queen, she's a model, she's an actress, and just all-around funny girl. Hey Jess, how are you?
Hey, I'm good.
What have you been up to lately?
Oh, you know.
Well, I do know that you posted something on Facebook that your mom wrote a book.
Yes.
Yes,
oh,
this
wow.
has sparked my interest so much.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, my mom, oh my god, my mom's killing it right now. My mom's awesome. And she just wrote a book with Charles Manson's youngest girlfriend, youngest member of the family.
Yeah.
It's called Member of the Family by Deborah Herman, and it's and Diane Lake. The girlfriend's name is Diane Lake. And I've had the pleasure of meeting her and spending time with her and my mom together, and they're really cute. They're actually really cute together. They're like a really cute dynamic duo.
Yeah, they're friends?
They are, yeah. They're friends. They became friends throughout their journey. I mean, when you get to work with someone so close, you know their story. Like, they have to be able to trust you. There has to be some sense of that you like each other already.
Right.
And they realize that they get along really well, and they're a really good team together. And it was really cool to watch my mom throughout that journey. And what a lot of people don't know is my mom actually used to send me rough edits for me to look at and give notes on, because I'm an avid reader.
Yeah.
And she kind of wanted a perspective of someone that would, you know, just pick up this book and read it, and what it was maybe missing or...
Did you have interest into cases like that prior to your mom getting the assignment?
I'm going to be honest, I actually didn't know a lot about Charles Manson prior to the book, which was really cool because I got to learn so much. It wasn't like what
it's
I
truly an
knew.
outsider's point of view.
100%. And so there were things that I was just like really curious about because I didn't know anything. In general, though, I do really love like murder mysteries and cults, and I love watching like shows about that and reading books. So there were a couple books that came out. Some were fiction about cults in the past like years that I read, and having my mom write one that is now a bestseller.
Oh, is it? Yay!
Has been so amazing. And I recently went to visit my hometown, the Berkshires in Massachusetts, and it's a very short train ride to New York City, and my mom was there, and it was like the one thing that Charles Manson did was die with like great timing.
Yeah.
Which was like, it was like just the great timing. It was after the book came out.
So the book wasn't rushed once he died?
No, the book was out, and I happened to be in New York City with my mom.
Right.
He dies. She's already in the city. CNN calls. And it's like, we want to interview you and Diane, because they're really good interview team together.
Right.
And I got to go with them, which was so cool, and see CNN and watch my mom speak, and it was really cool.
How does she handle the pressure? It's not her first book, is it?
No. My mom's my mom has represented, and they own the Jeff Herman Literary Agency, and Jeff Herman's my stepdad, and she has ghostwritten and published a lot of books, and I always knew that she was like a good speaker. She used to have my mom has a background in journalism, and she and a law degree. Yeah. And so I was like, I always heard stories from her that she was like a speaker, and she did live TV and interviews and stuff. But to actually see her do it, it was insane how natural she is.
Do you think because of her, you are so natural in front of the camera? And during interviews?
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
I learned from the best. Like I was nervous just being at CNN.
Nervous for her?
Yeah. And then I look at her and she's calm as a cucumber.
Don't worry, honey. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, and it all happened in like the span of an hour, being called, rushing to CNN, getting dressed.
How does CNN know that she's written this book?
Well, the book is doing really well on Amazon, and Diane and the book that they've written, it has its own PR agent. So the book is out there, so they knew who to contact.
I love it, and I love that you're just so proud of her, and you're sharing her projects, and also putting some people in place when they are mourning the death of somebody that's
fuck that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I saw what you said, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta read on this project, gotta see what Jess is talking about, because you are so interesting and always doing something different.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Well, since last time I gave you a gift,
Yes.
I thought I should do the same thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, gift time, but can you make this look hot?
Can you make this look hot? Let's find out.
You can open up your gift. It's right to the right side of you in the black bag, and just describe what I got you.
Oh my god.
And see if you're up for making it look hot.
The first one was really good.
Yeah, and you can literally pull off anything.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay.
Try describing.
No.
Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be the color it is, but I'll explain more once you say what it is.
I can't. Okay. They are, again, my... Oh my god. Okay, so they have a tag on them. They're white, high-waisted, full coverage.
Right.
Brand panties. And they actually say no muffin top on them.
Right, because I know we don't like muffin tops.
We do not
as a
like
model.
muffin tops. And they are a bright white with a lovely surprise of red strings out the frontal sides.
Right, a little trim.
A trim.
They don't need to be red. Now, I thought maybe in Photoshop I could tweak this to match your hair color.
Oh my God.
I just don't happen to be stocked with a bunch of yarn.
This is like when you're in between Brazilian waxes.
Right.
Yeah.
This is just
Like
me.
full 70s.
If I'm not sporting a star, this is just my everyday
Wait,
look.
really?
Yeah, well, I'm a little lazy. It's winter.
Oh my god, I'm obsessed. These are amazing.
So you're up for trying to make them look hot?
I'm up for trying to make them look hot. I'm not gonna lie, this is a bit more of a challenge than the uterus.
I thought so.
Yeah, this
That's
is
why
upping
it's
the
the
ante.
second gift.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Yeah, well, I also wanted to do not just panties, but I'm going to save future ideas for other girls. This will be an ongoing segment.
This is the panties are my jam.
Right, yeah, panties are all you.
Oh god.
Well, because any shirt you're going to be able to make look hot because you got the tatas. This one is definitely more of a challenge.
I'm obsessed.
Make this bush look hot.
Oh,
okay, so
wow.
you're going to have to go check out the photos on my Pinterest, on my website, to see if she truly does pull off these granny panties. Since last time we thought of so many good stories to share, I thought we would do another story time, but instead of embarrassing experiences, I'm gonna go with what is your scariest experience? And I'll give you an example of what mine was.
Story time, yeah.
So this was probably 6 years ago. I'm in Toronto, and I always tell somebody what I'm doing when I'm going to shoot. I'm not with an agency. I'm not very established. And I get to this person's garage, converted studio, and there's a makeup artist there, seems legit. And for whatever reason, I'm just playing with a pen while the makeup artist is doing my makeup. And the pen just looks a little funny. It doesn't register as anything. There's like a million little holes on the tip end of it. And it was just something I didn't think about until it's time to change. Photographer steps out, and I keep hearing a buzzing noise. I'm like, what the fuck is buzzing? I look around, and there is a camera that is on that's geared towards the changing center, even though it's like partitioned.
What?
You can still see that it's filming. I lift it up. I glare into it, so when he goes to see this footage, he knows that I know he was trying to watch me, and this is truly the reason I'm there. So then I put it down. I didn't want to turn it off because I didn't want to, if he was going to hurt me, I didn't want to draw attention to it, but I just redirected the camera so it's not towards the change room. Then he comes in, we shoot, and now I'm just shaking because my nerves are rattled. Why did he want to record? I said that the shoot was going to go to like 6 p.m. Now I'm like, okay, well, I got to make sure I'm out of here exactly at 6, that I'm checking in with somebody. And I tell girls, it's so important to have an emergency contact.
100%.
Yeah. Just have somebody out in the car waiting for you. Yeah. Just when you start off, you can never really truly trust people unless it's a recommendation. And then even then,
You still never know. You never know.
I always say modeling is a high risk job.
It is.
Without an agency, with an agency.
Either way.
Yeah. So he knew that I don't know if he knew, but come the second change, that camera was redirected back to the change room. So he might have thought it was like an error where he's like, oh shit, I got her here for this like voyeur footage. And now she's like, now I missed the first opportunity. So he had it redirected.
No.
And then I just made up an excuse to get right out of there. I changed, but pushed the camera out of the way. And then he's like, what, you gotta leave already? This is so strange. I thought we had this amount of time together, because he was paying me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, no, you didn't know makeup is included in the time?
Yeah.
And when I said that, I was not aware. But makeup truly is included in the time it takes while shooting.
Yeah, it typically is,
Yeah, but to him, this was like an alien concept. And then I go back to that fucking pen that just like, that I thought was a little funny, a little off. And sure enough, it is like a mini microphone.
What?
So I think he makes his money just like on voyeur footage. And then I went to like go report him, and I left really quick. I thought I was going to be chopped up.
Yeah, that's really scary.
It's super scary.
And there are sites like that live stream voyeur.
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine. Oh, it even makes my skin crawl thinking about it now.
Oh, that's
So,
scary.
yeah, it's also one of the reasons why I'm so proactive in sharing a lot of modeling information, because I'm the height I am, the size I am, and jobs don't come so easy when you gotta grind it out yourself. I think you find yourself in more situations similar to this.
Less protected.
Yeah. So do you have a scary experience you can warn other girls about or share with us?
You know, as you were talking, a few came to mind, which is unfortunate. But a quick tangent was I was shooting a shoot, and it was for something that you wouldn't typically model, and you could tell it was a shoot curated by
Bushy underwear?
No, it was like, it would be like if I was modeling like
Bushy
benches.
underwear. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
No, oh my god,
I saw that you looked at them.
Because I will be. I was gonna say like stools or something. Something just really like what?
Yeah.
And it was, you could tell it was definitely men.
Right.
And it was interesting because as a model, you don't think about it like being sexy to like take, I don't know, to change. You just drop trow and put clothes on. It's not weird. Like that's part of your job. And so I went to take off my shirt, and then I was like about to take off my bra, and one of the wives of whoever owned the house said, "Don't change out here. There's cameras." And I thought it was really interesting because the owner of the house came out, said hi, was there talking, and didn't say anything about it.
Interesting.
And it was like really, it kind of sketched me out. So it's like, I wonder how often that happens and we're not aware, especially now with like technology.
For sure, yeah.
Like all those little
little
cameras.
nanny cams.
Mm-hmm. And that's why what's great about California is I believe it is illegal to record audio.
Okay.
But I don't know the law if you can take a video that has audio, delete the audio,
right,
and still sell the video. I don't know how that works.
No,
So
there's
it's still
so many
sketchy.
laws that need to be put in place in our profession, clearly.
Yeah, and you don't think to like look or like noticing that pen, like it's thank God your intuition told you.
Yeah. Well, I'm just like, Why is
weird.
The ink is gonna fall out of this pen. Like a million little holes. Now I feel like an idiot because I'm like, that is so clearly what it was. I expected the best, and I really, really shouldn't. I feel like that has changed about me. But so you are free game for changing in front of a photographer? Titties out?
I usually, I definitely will change in front of a makeup or hair.
Yeah.
No problem. If it's a friend and a female photographer, yeah.
Yeah.
If it's a male photographer, no. I usually will.
Give them back or
I
leave?
usually will. No, I usually like turn around and go like around a wall or just find like somewhere a little more private.
Yeah.
I mean, if they happen to glance at my back, they shouldn't. They turn around. It's usually okay. If it's like if it feels weird, I'll go to a bathroom.
Right.
But for me, like I'm lazy. I don't want to go all the way to another room. Like
I don't know if it's lazy or just like
if you're changing like
when you're super beautiful, you gain this confidence
Oh
that
my
Jess
God,
has because she's all good for dropping. What do you call it? Dropping trow.
If you're doing,
I hide. I'm like super. I'm super shy. I'm like the girl that will have sex with the shirt on. Like I am a weirdly shy model.
I just like, I don't know. I just don't think anything of it. Because like with e-com, you're like, you got to get through like 20 shirts. And it's just like, I'm not going all the way over to Timbuktu to change these stupid shirts that all look the same. I don't know.
Right.
I just get lazy. But I'm trying to think scary experiences. Because I've definitely had uncomfortable. I will say, I actually recently had a pretty scary experience. It was for acting though.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I am always getting sent scripts in my email.
Yeah.
Well, not always, but like every once in a while I'll get scripts and I read them. I love reading. And I had someone send me a script and links to their work and their social media. So there was a lot of information in this email, right?
Right.
Good sign.
Yeah.
Really good sign. It was well drafted emails, very professional sounding. And so I went ahead and I looked at the video links and they looked like low budget films, but like nothing weird. They were a little edgy, just like, there were like guns and smoking, like the typical edgy shit.
Yeah.
And but they were cool, whatever. And so then I checked out the social media. I just checked out Instagram. There wasn't much on there, but there was like selfies and like art shots or something. And then I checked out the script, and the script was really good. Well written, really cool, dark comedy, up my alley, great. So the script really was like, okay, someone talented wrote this.
Right.
So I answered the email and I said, I would love to FaceTime or talk on the phone and then, possibly have a meeting. And the person was really responsive, really professional. It was a guy,
okay.
A young guy.
Yeah.
And he had worked with some people that I knew. So because he had worked with people I knew,
yeah,
that made me surpass being like, I have to talk on the phone or FaceTime first.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, well, people I know you. They know you exist, that you're not going to, they're still alive, okay.
Right.
And I probably should have been more diligent, but I kind of just was like, thinking like, well, he's probably shooting quick and it's just whatever. Let's meet at a coffee bean. So I set up a meeting.
Right.
And I was up pretty late the night before. The meeting was for 11. And by late, I mean like, I went to bed at like 12. And I wake up at 10. And I notice that there are a fuck ton of texts from this person. And they are like Coke rambles.
Oh.
I don't do drugs, but
yeah, I was gonna say, give me a sample of Coke Ramble.
Like, the reason I say Coke Ramble is because I showed some of my friends and they told me that's a Coke Ramble.
Okay.
It's either a Coke Ramble or someone that is very manic.
Okay.
And the texts were like, do you find yourself to be a dreamer? Like all these weird, obscure questions you don't ask someone unless you're on drugs or someone and like, they were weird. It was just really uncomfortable, unprofessional. And it pissed me off that they were at like 2 a.m, 3 a.m,
right.
4 a.m. You don't know me. We're about to work together. If you're doing coke and you want to text people, don't fucking text me.
Right.
If you're something else, I don't know. It was super weird. Anyways, the meeting's about to happen. I'm like, my gut is telling me cancel. But it's already like, getting to the time of 11, and I'm thinking like, well, he's not going to show up anyways. This mofo was up until like 10 a.m. 10 a.m. probably. He's probably still awake from the night before. Fuck, he's not showing up.
Yeah.
So I go to get a coffee.
Yeah.
I go to the coffee bean. It was on my corner of where I live, and I go and I get a coffee, and I'm sitting there, and it's like, it's like 10:50 and whatevs. And I'm like, I'm either going to just have some coffee and go home and be like, yo, I tried, and then I can blow him off.
Right.
He fucked up.
Yeah.
Or he's going to show up and hopefully, like, I don't know what was going to happen. I had a bad feeling, though. So I am sitting there at 11 and having my coffee and smoking. And all of a sudden, this guy comes barreling up to me, barking like a dog. And something was, like, obviously very wrong.
Right.
And I was so alarmed. Everyone is looking at me at this coffee bean, and they are like, I don't know if they're concerned or
And
alarmed.
this is the guy
or
that you're
scared.
supposed to meet up with.
Yeah, because he looked exactly like his pictures, and I was really startled. Like I'm not comfortable being around people that are on like really fucked up, like whether it be drunk or on drugs. It's just I don't like people that are unpredictable.
Right.
It's scary to me. It's like I just don't know how to be, and it's like what are they gonna like do something? I don't know.
I agree.
It's scary, and it makes me, I'm sensitive, and so I was really uncomfortable, and I didn't know what to do. Do I run? Like, what do I do? And I had told my boyfriend where I was going. Like, you're supposed to. I told him I had a meeting. When just so you guys know, my boyfriend is a very handsome man. He's 6'6". Very giant.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, he's 6'6". He's covered in tattoos. He has long hair. He's not someone that he's definitely
somebody's gonna want to mess with.
Yeah, he's very intimidating, and I knew so if I pull him out, like I'm pulling out the big guns.
Right,
they're gonna be scared, and so which is funny because he is like so sweet, but that's how he looks, and so I am extremely so uncomfortable. The guy is like yelling and like talking to me about really weird shit and like asking me about the script and if I'm willing to like be like the best actor, just very grandiose statements.
Right.
And I realized that this guy could be on drugs, but it's most likely a manic episode. And I was scared. And so I was really confused, and I text my boyfriend, and the people at the coffee bean are like, what is going on? They're looking at me because I'm just this like small normal chick just
being
sitting there.
bum rushed by a loud angry man.
It was scary. He was really angry, very aggressive. So I text my boyfriend. He comes up and is like, what the fuck is going on? Because he was alarmed too.
Yeah,
as he was walking
clearly
up,
he came up yet.
He grabs me like protectively, like around my shoulders, and like swoops me away. And as we do that, the guy pulls out all these CDs from his bag and throws them towards me. And I looked down, and the CDs are labeled sex addiction, like heroin, like murder, like just like what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And he's like, check out my CDs. I'm like, what the fuck? And my boyfriend was rattled. I was rattled. I started crying. I was scared. My boyfriend was like, amped up because he was like, what do I do?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. And I realized after the fact that this person was a talented writer, was someone that has worked with people I know.
Yeah.
But is obviously going through something.
Okay.
So it was like his stuff did check out. And that's why you guys have to be so careful, because his stuff did check out. He's a very good writer. He has worked with people I know. But something is clearly going on, whether it be mental illness or drugs or I don't know. And it put me in a dangerous situation. Imagine if that happened when I was on set at some...
Imagine if he wasn't legit and the boyfriend was not there.
Yeah. Imagine if no one knew where I was.
Toast in LA?
Imagine if no one knew where I was. Like, how would I get out of there? So, yeah, I'm really grateful I'm okay. But yeah, like stuff like that does happen. It's scary.
I thought you were going to tell me he was also like a voyeur. Even not so long ago, I feel like at this age, I should be able to not walk into these situations.
Right.
But it happened 2 years ago in LA. Old guy, manager, he wants to meet up. I fucking hate meeting up with photographers, with anybody in a coffee shop, because like 9 out of 10 times,
awkward.
it never fucking works out. Now we don't shoot because I don't like their personality or something's off. I don't like... People tell me I shoot very sexy, and something about meeting me, you know I'm not very sexy. The personality's not very sexy, and I don't want that to be the first thing, like, displayed. I want to feel sexy and then, like, have it be, like, a super interesting quirk afterwards where it's like, oh, fuck, this is how you are?
Yeah. Well, no, it's like what they tell you for acting castings. They say walk in as your character, because I used to walk in as my bubbly self. Hi, I'm Jess. And then I'd be playing, like, a sexy vixen. They can't picture me as that anymore.
Oh, I did not know this.
You gotta walk in, like...
I mean, and this explains why I like to just go in raw, kind of.
It ruins the illusion.
Right, this makes sense.
You, yeah.
But this old man sucks up maybe 2 hours worth of my time. And I can never get out of these situations. In my mind, that's me being polite. Like, okay, yeah. And then let him say his bit. We walk away. He's like, he kind of wanted money. Not kind of. He definitely wanted money. I'm like, oh, well, here's the thing. Here are my credentials. And I think mine are a little bit better than yours. So I'm super not interested. But, like, thanks for wasting my time. Like, I worded it nicer than that. But...
The gist, though.
The gist. That was the gist. A week later, he wants to meet up again. He's like, fine, I'll do it for free. And I'm like, no, super not interested. But thanks. And then a week later, he's sending me messages being like, where are you? Can we meet up? Come on, if you're serious, if this is what you want, we need to talk. And then after like a month of harassment, he's like, I want you to know that, and I don't know why somebody would admit this, but like, swear to God, in an email, I want you to know I'm just like a dirty old man that gets, I think it's the equivalent of what American welfare is. He didn't call it welfare, but it was initials.
EBT?
Maybe. Or
it's like food stamps.
AS, something like that. I get this, and I'm struggling, and like I almost tricked you, ha ha ha, idiot.
I almost tricked you?
Yeah. So like I have no idea why he would send that, because then you're just like, I don't know.
I literally can't process that.
Right, and I'm like, this is the most bizarre situation. I mean, I've run into so many bizarre situations. I think I attract very unlucky energy.
I mean, to be fair...
I'm in a big city, though.
That's what I'm saying. To be fair, it's very condensed weirdness here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I remember living in New York. I lived in New York City, and I had less... There's like this weird thing about LA where people... There's no barrier between people, and I feel like social media made that worse.
Right.
Like, people feel like they have access to you. Like, when you go to the grocery store, people harass you, they talk to you, they people grab, if you have tattoos, they grab your arm and touch it.
Yeah.
Like, you hear all this shit, and it happens. It's like, I feel like, I don't know if it's just LA, but it feels really a lot here where people just, there's no barrier. They just approach you.
Those situations keep presenting themselves.
Yeah, and when I lived in New York, I would walk down the street at 4 a.m. coming back from something, or I don't know what I was doing. I wasn't going out because I was underage, but no, really. And I don't know. I just I would go to auditions by myself in new places, and like, not saying, I don't know what the safety factor is, but no one approached me. No one stopped me. No one commented and said weird shit.
I mean, I could see that.
It's like, I don't know what it is about here, but like...
New York gets such a bad rep from people here, I think, where they're like, oh, yeah, I've been to New York. They're mean. I'm like, that's so strange, because I've been to New York, and I really like them. I don't find them rude. I think it's better, because to randomly talk to somebody, like here, when I'm getting randomly approached, to me, that is rude. I didn't invite you in New York when everybody is keeping to themselves. So that is like the ultimate version of politeness.
I don't know if this is true, but I thought I heard that New York City is one of the most likely places where if you drop your phone or your wallet, for it to be returned to you.
Oh.
Which doesn't surprise me.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard that.
That kind of made me happy. I don't know if it's true. I hope it is. I mean, that made me happy.
Yeah. Look at us giving love to New York.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for them to stop doing that. Do your neighbors usually?
I'm sort of hoping
hoping that it's someone that's trying to
Get in.
knock on their door about the dog.
Oh, it might be.
It barks for like days.
That's sad.
I know.
Ew, that's weird for
I feel
you.
like no, because not every single there if it's barking. Like
Yeah. There's no way.
Okay, we're still recording now.
sorry.
It's okay.
Also, on the topic of politeness, while living in Toronto, and everyone tells me, oh, you're Canadian, you must be so polite. And I kind of poo-poo on it. I'm like, I don't know, it depends. I think I'm polite, but I don't think all Canadians are polite. Because while in Toronto, I was jogging, and I had this guy run up behind me and started braiding my hair. I mean, like, girl, you have such nice hair, I just want to braid it.
No.
Yeah, and
Why?
I listen when I walk anywhere. I'm in headphones. I am blocking out any opportunity you have to speak with me.
Right.
And then that happens, and then Toronto scares me. While walking the streets here, headphones on once again, a guy taps me on the shoulder, and I scream because I'm so easily startled.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? What is it that you want? And he motions for me to take my
fuck off.
headphones off. And he's like, I just wanted to say that I think you look really pretty. And like, he kind of like, I feel like if a girl is listening to headphones, there's certain opportunities when they present themselves that you should compliment someone. Definitely like a girl that is screaming and like trying to be alone.
Just a smile. I don't know. I just I get the drive-by a lot, which is selfish and dangerous.
Yeah.
They literally will drive up next to my car, motion for me, and stay there, creating traffic, maybe an accident, startle me because I think that there's like an animal or my gas tank is open or something's actually serious. Motion for me to put down the window. If I don't, they could fucking ram my car.
Right.
If I do, they're going to say something stupid.
And distract you anyways.
Yeah, like how do you win? You can't. It's stupid. Don't do that.
Oh,
Makes
man.
me so mad. But actually, Canadians, I'm not an expert on Canada.
No,
Um,
me neither.
I don't know. I really like Canadians. I had a really good experience in Canada. I've always loved it. Although, Quebec.
Oh, because they're a lot more touchy-feely there. So I hear. I have not been.
Stuck in an airport and no one would help me. And they were so mean, and I was 16, and I cried, and I don't know, they were very cold, and
But now when you're like, when you hear people hype Canadian politeness, you're like, I don't know. It's different.
You guys, maybe I have a bad taste. It's only one experience, but
No, that's fair.
That made me sad. However, I have a good experience otherwise with Canada in all sense.
I mean, out of all the models I've ever met and apartments I've lived in, the one that really rubbed me the wrong way, it was nonstop fighting. The closest I've ever been to hitting somebody in my life.
Canada?
Yeah, and they roomed us together too, and they're like, oh, the two Canadians, they're gonna get along the best. And by the time everything was said and done, it was 6 girls in the house. This girl had a room all to herself, the largest room, because she scared me away, and then all the other girls were cramped up in one room.
Safety in numbers.
Yeah, sharing beds. There was no way to walk into this room. It was just bed on top of bed, and just because nobody wants to be around her. We would fight about, like, the garbage in the washroom. Because, you know, like, you take the tampon out, throw it in the garbage. Well, she thought she didn't want to look at a bunch of tampons while doing her business. She thought that was disgusting, and the garbages belong in the kitchen.
Ew, why would you rather it by your food?
I don't, well, it wasn't so close to the food. It was, like, almost under the table. But,
That's worse.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
even worse.
But,
That's worse.
like, under, like, a counter table. But it was a battle of
Why
5
would you have
girls.
to carry it out?
Five of us constantly grabbing that garbage can, bringing it back into the washroom. It was battle of the wills. Like, who's gonna get their
When you
way?
said washroom, I really was picturing like the laundry room.
Oh.
That's what I was picturing. That's why I was confused.
Yeah.
At first.
Oh, that's my Canadian showing, you know.
It's so polite though. Washroom
Well, it's what it is. You're washing your hands.
and your body, your face.
Well, sometimes your face. Sometimes it's
teeth.
just a sink, so then it's a washroom. If it has a bath, it might be a bathroom, but it's just safer to assume it's a washroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a music video I was doing one of the first times I came here. And it's a huge production. It's a big singer. And then I'm just like, oh, I need a washroom. Can somebody take me to a washroom, like a PA? They're like, oh, that is so strange. Like, do you need it immediately? I'm like, well, I mean, we could wait, but if it's going to be 8 hours, so we might as well just get it done now.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, Jill needs to go to a washroom, guys. Makes like a big deal about it. I'm like, this is so strange. I should have just checked things out on my own. And then takes me like a block away to a fucking laundromat.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, oh, not this again. It's bathroom, pisser. I do not know what the appropriate thing is to say.
Oh wow, that's
I'm
funny.
like, I can't believe somebody would assume, especially because I
Jill
wasn't
needs
carrying
to go
anything.
to the laundromat right now.
What a diva. Well, and in Mexico City, I'm like, oh, can somebody take me to the subway? And because that's the LRT, is like what I call an LRT or train.
Yeah.
But they took me to Subway the store. And I'm like, I always find myself in really awkward situations. I'm like, could I have avoided this? I don't know.
I don't know if you can.
I don't think I
To
can.
be fair, I don't know.
That is just me. But this gives us a nice lead-in to the game I want to play with you, called word association.
Ooh, okay.
I'm just going to name a couple words that might come up in the industry. First things to come to your mind within like 2 to 3 words or 1 word.
Okay.
So, like black might be cat.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's not industry. So here we go. Pair of pants, size 2.
Fuck. Which is funny because
every casting. Fuck.
it doesn't
We're close.
matter what size you are. I would fit that. I'm a size like 25. However, it doesn't matter. There's always anxiety when there is a size you have to fit into because God forbid. It's like, first of all, sizes are bullshit. They're not regulated. Like a size 2 in one brand is like could be like a 00 and it could be like a 4 in another. It's never the same.
Yeah.
Anxiety, no matter what.
I mean, I see size 2. I probably just cry.
Yeah, like it's like
I see size 4 and I think, fuck.
my nightmare. Like I always would rather anything be bigger, except that can be a problem
Yeah,
too. 'Cause
no, I'd rather bigger.
But then you have the dinosaur spine of like clips down the back, which is
that
not a cute
I
look.
prefer that.
I do prefer it.
Dinosaurs are sexy.
And squeezing.
Okay, first thing come to mind. Male models. Yeah, when I wrote this out, I'm like, ick.
No,
So you've never dated one?
I have.
Oh, yeah.
No.
No, not your favorite?
No.
How long did that last?
Less than 6 months. He was like an artsy, like he had other shit going on.
Oh, that makes it different, I think.
That made it better, but
If he has other things besides just nice photos of himself, that helps.
But I'm gonna tell you, like I'm just not like I don't. When I have to shoot with males, I just shoot with one the other day, and I think I maybe said like not rude, but I think I literally said like 3 words,
Yeah,
and then like
which is abnormal for her, guys.
yeah, and then I like you pose, and then it was like okay bye. Like I'm just like really standoffish. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't call it dating. I say I wasted time with male models instead of dating because they're just so tough to be in a relationship with.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just not my jam.
And the excuse was, I'm never gonna, or what? I don't want the competition of, no, wait, can't think. It was a good one-liner. You're never gonna love anybody as much as you love yourself.
Oh God.
And I don't want the competition.
I can't.
That was the end. Okay, this happens all times. Pizza lunch. First thing comes to mind.
Hell no.
Yeah, does it come up for you?
First of all, I'm lactose intolerant, so that's like one-way ticket to Diarrheaville.
Do they even ask you what you want for lunch?
Not all the time,
Wow.
no. And that's why I always model tip, pack snacks, pack almonds,
yes.
easy to scroll down in between whatever. Pack snacks, pack granola bars, water. You never know what they're gonna fucking have. When you give pizza, you know what's funny too is they always give pizza when it's like swimwear, lingerie.
Yeah.
What do you call it? The skin tight. Why am I blanking?
Spanx.
This is hard. Huh? No, you know like the plasticky stuff. Latex.
Oh, yeah.
Latex. When you wear like latex wear, they always give you pizza when you're wearing that, and it's like, do you want to see every pepperoni? Like, and also food. Even if I could eat dairy and cheese without like dying, it's like a food coma. What are you doing? Like,
yeah, or it just doesn't put you in the mood to continue shooting if that's your lunch.
Or like, I don't know, drink a beer. Like, it's so funny too because like I've had it the opposite way where one time on set, all they had was celery, and I was like, is this a joke? And they were like, oh, well, models don't eat, right? And I was like, and then my head exploded and I died.
I've had one shoot in LA where the client, I guess, was taking everyone's order, but I'm a little bit bigger than she preferred. And she was like, okay, this person's having salad, this person's having sandwich. Jill, clearly you've eaten enough this morning. And then skipped over my order, like to the point where the photographer was apologizing on the client's behalf. And I'm like, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm used to it.
That's so crazy. I can't.
Yeah. Professional.
I can't with that.
Okay. More rapid fire. Eyelash curls. Or eyelash curler.
No.
Just know that's your response.
I don't use them. I'm not into them. And I don't trust other people doing it. No.
Makeup artist hands smoky.
I don't care.
Yum. Glued shut eyelids.
Ouch. Sorry, I'm not quick.
Like, quiet photographers.
Weird.
Loud photographers.
Uncomfortable.
Rough hairdressers.
Ouchies. I don't know. Sometimes it feels good.
Oh, ew, I think we're finding out more about her.
I mean, like if they have nails.
Hair castings.
Annoying.
Have you done?
They always want to like cut or like make me like pink haired, and I have very black, like dark hair.
This hair is not meant to be pink.
No, how are you even gonna do that? Like I don't know. Like if you want to style me, cool, fine, play with my hair all day, but it's never that easy. It's never. I wish.
The word smize.
Like Tyra Banks.
Yeah,
that's what I think of.
but was your first word, so I like that better. Yeah, I hate that word.
I mean, like I don't like when they.
I just describe it as like sexy eyes. Like, this is how you guys give sexy eyes. We don't need to. What's the word combined? There's a term for
smile
that.
eyes. Oh, sexy eyes? Better eyes? Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah, I say sexy eyes instead of smiles. I'm just like, this is how you do sexy eyes.
I feel like I have a permanent. I don't know. I feel like I have very expressive eyes.
That is my face 24/7.
Like I have bedroom eyes for sure.
When I smile, I have to open my eyes more.
I do. No, I do.
Dick liner.
Ew.
Or because we spoke about it last time, are you gonna experiment with it?
I'm still picturing a makeup artist approaching me with like a noodle dick.
Penis.
See, you ruined this for me and I don't even know it.
I pictured when we relived dick liner, I pictured it being a very large penis, like it being almost ironic. Like, how does it get a sharp end?
Like something a noodle, like a literal angel hair.
Oh man,
coming out of the pants.
Yeah, I hope every time you see a penis, you think of me.
I will.
Oh, you know what would be so great? Okay, on this next one, you gotta prepare it ahead of time. But maybe you can get your man to do some dick liner on you, and we'll see if you can make that look hot. Like a do-it-yourself craft? Would you take the dare?
Never do it. He would never.
Why not?
He would never. He would literally be like, you're an idiot.
Okay, let's...
He'd be like, you're not allowed to hang out with Jill anymore.
Let's up this ante. Is he a deep sleeper?
No, he's the lightest sleeper.
I was thinking maybe you could do it while he's sleeping.
I literally could like think something and he's like awake. It's so annoying. And I sleep like I'm dead.
Yeah, I could sleep. I've slept through earthquakes.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. No. This man, like if I like literally turn over, he's like, what are you doing? Like he's so light sleeping.
Damn it.
Yeah,
this is not helping.
I know. You're
he doesn't
screwed.
take like on the off chance, maybe he gets a cold, takes cold medicine and is knocked out. Okay. What if I could find... What if I could find a different dick to do the liner on you?
Hell no!
If just the suggestion is going to be off-putting for your
Jill,
boyfriend, can you imagine you hanging out with me?
Yeah, he's like, you are never seeing that, Jill.
What if I give you dick liner with a dildo?
I will allow you to give me dick liner with an angel hair pasta noodle. That's it.
Well, what part? Okay. Yeah, we could do this.
And you can pick dry or wet.
It's gotta be dry. Come on. I'm an artist.
know,
If you
but
want precision,
What would be fun?
precision penis head, I could do it, and you would look so good.
We should.
I'm
try
pretty
it.
good at makeup. We'll do it. Okay. Well, that covers basically just everything I wanted.
I'm really bad at that game. I realized this is the competitive in me. I'm like, oh, all I said were like little reaction words.
No, that's what I needed was reaction words.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I play the game with the boyfriend all the time while driving. And usually it's just me looking at billboards. Or like, sexy girl, boobs. And like, whatever he says really triggers a word for me, so we just keep bouncing
that's
off of each
fun.
other. Yeah. And then if he throws out something really weird, I'd be like, wait, why'd you say that? Is there something I don't know?
Jill.
Oh, there's nothing I don't know about that guy.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, thank you for coming in again, Jess.
Thank you for having me back.
And keep listening, guys. If you have your own scary story, please submit it to me on my website at www.jillabillingsley.com, and I'll read the best stories on a later podcast.
Special thanks to Eric Colavecchio, a singer-songwriter of the band Brothers, for writing the jingles and outro to my show, and to Alex Signowski of Sigs for writing my intro. You boys are as talented as you are handsome. Keep listening, or I can just go fuck myself.
Well, she's a model citizen, get it done.